Good. How are you?
How many times do you have to apply for that license plate before you got it?
Once?
I feel like so many people would have tried that. I mean, it's not one that's tough to figure out.
I thought of it first. I've had it a while. I had it not in blackout plates first. 27. It's my name. It's my roller derby name.
Is it? Are you in roller derby?
I was.
So I'm 44, and I used to get in when I was young. I mean, single 10, 12. I was watching
Forward?
WF and roller derby.
Yeah.
I mean, that was a thing back in the late 80s.
Yeah.
We'd watch that, and it was great. My mom used to bring me little small events.
Yeah.
Little wrestling matches that we had locally
Uh-huh.
here. I loved that shit.
Yeah, Minnesota is a real wrestling hotbed. Yes. And I grew up in Tampa, Florida, which is another wrestling hotbed. I have friends who sold drugs to, his name is escaping me, but like Hulk Hogan.
Sure.
Yeah. So, yeah. Wrestling.
I love to watch on Vice Channel.
Okay.
They have these, it's called, they do a bunch of shows like this, but they have ones that are called Beyond the Mat.
Yes.
Some on roller derby, but it's the old timers talking about that
totally
70s, 80s nostalgia area of just, it's not what it is today. Right?
No.
It is just not anything like it. These guys are traveling around in used Cadillacs. People doing, all those sports, the roller derby, all that stuff.
Yeah. Well, so roller derby back then was like wrestling. It was fake. It was planned. They were cooperating.
Okay.
Planned moves, everything. Now it got. I could tell you the whole story.
I love this story.
Okay. I will.
I'm all ears.
Okay, but first.
You might ask dumb questions. So.
I want to.
Okay.
I want you to. But first, let me tell you a few other things.
Go for it.
My first dog was named Foley after Mick Foley. Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes. So one of the best Beyond the Mats ever.
Oh,
and
my gosh.
all the documentaries about him.
Yes.
I could watch him, listen to him, tell stories for hours.
Can
days.
I ask you this? He's not, and maybe this is a show. I feel like he's a genuine human being.
Absolutely.
Every documentary
I
you watched
completely
on him,
agree.
he's just this guy who lived out his dream.
Yes.
Every time he
I
talks,
completely agree.
He never complained. He gets slammed through by the Undertaker through that cage.
Yes.
He lost consciousness and lost his teeth.
But
and
he
just
still
like,
wanted to keep
do.
going. Yes. That was it.
He's a great guy.
Yeah. Okay. But I haven't I watched wrestling in the late 90s and then I haven't since.
Sure. I don't very much anymore.
Yeah. But so I have a friend who now watches another wrestling thing. I don't even know what it is. It's not WWE.
Sure.
And his favorite wrestler is Orange Cassidy. So if you're looking for a new favorite wrestler, I hear good things about Orange Cassidy. He's from wherever, and he weighs whatever, and he's his moves are very lazy. He's like an anti-wrestler. It sounds really good, just based on my friend describing it to me. It's on Wednesday nights, whatever wrestling. Yeah.
Orange Cassidy.
Yeah.
All Elite Wrestling.
Yeah.
AEW.
Okay.
All right, I got him.
All right. So, recommendation for you. Okay. Modern roller derby.
Yep.
Flat track roller derby.
Okay.
Get ready.
So you don't have banks anymore.
Correct.
It's just flat.
This is why. I'm telling you the whole fucking story.
Okay. Let's go.
Okay.
Let's go.
Okay. So, I can't remember the guy's name that ran the promotions in the 70s and 80s.
Okay.
But, and I might be making this up, but he or somebody affiliated with him was going to do an event in Austin, Texas in the early 2000s.
Okay.
And he got a bunch of women together and started some teams, and they were practicing. And he was going to build the track, and he was promoting the hell out of it.
Yep.
And they were all excited, and he didn't build the track.
Took all the money and ran like that.
Pretty much.
Got it.
But the women were excited. They had been practicing.
Yeah.
They had developed rules for this game, and they were going to do it like a real sport,
Okay.
not all planned and correct.
Yep.
So they were like, no, we're going to do the event. We're still going to put it on. The show must go on. They didn't have the bank track though. So one of them was a genius, and they figured out the physics of, how the skating works.
Okay.
And they taped a flat track down. So the track, I almost wore my shirt with a picture of the track. Google flat track roller derby and just do image of the track, and you'll see the geometry of the track, how it's skinnier on the sides and then gets wide and then skinnier again. It's so that it kind of emulates the banks of a track. It's so that you can get speed up on the straightaways.
Got it.
And then you have to slow down
so you kind
and
of
come back.
In.
Yes.
Okay. Yep.
Yeah. Okay. So they figured that out, and they taped down that track. They had the event, and they had so much fun. They were like, we're not stopping. We're not just doing one of these. And that's how Texas Roller Derby in Austin, Texas was formed as the first league of women's flat track roller derby.
Okay.
In, I don't know the year exactly, I want to say like 2001.
Okay.
And now it's, I don't know, 200 leagues all over the world.
Wow.
I started a league up north.
Okay.
It's a roller underground dirty org. And I started that in 2014.
Okay.
And I skated up there for several years. And then when I moved down here, I skated with Minnesota Roller Derby. And I retired in 2021,
okay.
I think. I don't remember. Anyway, I'm retired. But it's amazing. It's real.
So what is the competition of modern roller derby? How do you win?
It's still the same concept. So if you remember, there was a jammer on each team with the star on the helmet.
They were the person that got slung around. You always want to sling them around, right?
Yes. So they were the ones racing, basically.
So those two are racing each other.
They're racing each other and also the members of the other team. So the other team members stayed slower, and the jammers would be the ones going fast and lapping the other team members. So it's that same concept.
Okay.
So the jammers get 1 point for every team member they pass on the other team.
That's why it's a big deal if somebody falls.
Yes.
I don't know this. Okay.
Yeah. So the jammers get 4 points every time they make a lap.
Okay.
The thing is, now it's a way more aggressive contact sport. So it's a lot less just skating fast. It's a much more contact heavy, and some people would say slower, but I think it's much more strategy heavy and amazing. Like, I love defense, and I love the contact. I love big hits, and I love slow derby. So I really like it. And it does get fast sometimes.
Yeah.
But there are a lot of, they call them hit 'em and quit 'em jams, where the jammer basically just gets around, passes the pack once for a quick 4 points, and then calls it off. Because she's trying to prevent the other jammer from getting any points at all. So basically she gets her 4, and then prevents the other jammer from getting any. So, because that's the best way to, if you get 4 and the other jammer gets 0, that's the biggest point spread.
So how is it? Periods, frames, time periods, and how do you score and what ends? So I never knew this.
Yes,
so
I know.
I never knew that concept. So
yeah. Yep. So there are 2 periods. Yep. So two halves. Jams are like the play. That's what the play is called. Okay. Is a jam. They can be up to 2 minutes long. All right.
Okay.
But they can be called off by the lead jammer. A jammer becomes lead by getting through the pack first. The people that aren't the jammer on each team are the blockers.
Yep.
So there's 4 of each. So there's eight blockers.
Yep.
And that first, the initial pass of the 2 jammers is called the initial pass. I am gonna be going north still. You're not gonna sit over in that lane. So whichever jammer gets out of the pack on that initial pass is called the lead jammer.
Okay.
And then she has control of the jam.
Okay.
And so then that's why she would be trying to get around again to get points.
Yep.
And call it off. That's like a perfect jam.
So at the end of 2 periods, the cumulative points wins?
Yes.
So more often than not, it happens that lead person will try to call off that first jam. Now the returning team, they need to get ahead in the second jam. Otherwise it could be a shutout. But then they would also need to score double the points to come back. Does the second jam go out?
No, sorry. Each jam, you're getting periods and jams confused.
Okay.
Jams are like each play.
Oh, each play inside of that.
The periods are halves.
Okay.
Jams can be up to 2 minutes.
Okay, gotcha.
But can be called off faster.
Gotcha. So then once that's called off, it restarts.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. And there can be as many jams that can fit in to these 30-minute halves.
Okay.
Yeah, that's how that works.
I gotcha.
Yeah. Usually somewhere between like 15 and 22 jams fit in a half, in a period. I wish they would call them halves, but they call them periods.
So what are the novice, my not very novice questions?
That's good.
How do you, so jammer gets out, there's 4 blockers, I'm a jammer, the opposing block, I'm a jammer. How can 4 people, what can be done to stop us from just blocking that person with 4 people? So can the jammers fight against each other?
So once that, let's say the white jammer got out.
Yep.
So now all of the white blockers are blocking the black jammer, right?
Okay. Yep.
So all of the black blockers
Yep.
can come and help their jammer get out. So those black blockers come
Gotcha.
and help their
scrum.
jammer.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's how the second jammer gets out as quickly as possible.
What can be done inside of that?
So usually,
could you grab somebody and throw them down on the ground?
So you cannot use your arms from like here down.
Okay.
There's lots of rules. You basically can only use your shoulders, your hips. So like no grabbing,
Okay.
no tripping. You cannot hit anybody like from the collarbone up.
Okay.
You can't make contact going in the non-derby direction. So we only play derby in the counterclockwise direction. So you can't come backwards on the track.
You can't blindside somebody.
Right. You can't come back this way.
But full-on checking.
Full-on checking, as long as you're going in the correct direction and you're hitting somebody legally with the legal part of your body, hell fucking yeah. Yes. You're going to get me excited.
So where do they do the shows? Because I have not seen that.
Roy Wilkins.
Oh, they do? Okay.
Yep. Look for it in October or November is when the season starts. And they do it like once a month in the wintertime. So Minnesota Roller Derby.
I have 4 kids.
Perfect age.
And
they will freak the fuck out.
And I do a lot of dad, so I'm the dad. Like, I grew up, I did a lot of physical sports stuff, and I like UFC and stuff, and like my daughters watch that with me. And they love to watch the women. And it's interesting because it's you probably run across this. I speak about that openly because it's normal. Like if we're sitting home on a Saturday night and we eat dinner and we're playing Uno, like I'll turn on the UFC.
Yeah.
And love to watch the girls fight.
Yeah.
But it's interesting when you talk to other people who, for whatever reason, are not into that, right? And when I tell them, like, my daughters love this stuff, you'd be amazed at the looks I get at times. And I'm just like, look, I mean, if you want to argue watching whatever, okay, maybe that's a thing. But I love that my daughters watch.
Hell yeah.
That part of it's just like,
there's a junior roller derby league.
Is there really?
Yes, it's called the Frostbite. You should write this down.
I will.
Frostbite. it would be the most empowering thing for your daughters to get involved with, hands down. The coaches are amazing. The environment is amazing. It would change their lives. Derby changed my life, and I started at age 35.
Okay.
Yeah. Easily.
My the older one, she's 12 now, but she played up to tackle bar football with the boys, which is tackle bar is essentially tackle. So she likes the show of sports, likes the physical kick flips, all that stuff, right?
And roller derby has both.
Yes.
That's the fun part of it. Is like you can be more showmanship,
Sure.
or you can like be more like I'm just gonna ignore the crowd is there and just do my thing.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
She likes that. Yeah, once football was interesting. It was her first, and she had never played boys before, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
And she had watched football with me, but I play catch, basketball, play sports. But I never had to teach her about how to be physical. When it's okay to be physical. Does that make sense?
No.
So,
yeah. Say that again.
Well, it was as a dad trying to teach her in football. At one point I said to her, "You're not trying to hurt somebody, like hurt them and break a bone, but you have to engage these people in the way like you want to hurt them because they kind of want to hit people with authority.
Yes.
To tackle people.
Okay.
And so teaching her that was.
Here's. Do you want some? Yeah. Take their space.
Yeah. Yes.
There's some good cues. Yeah. I want you to hit them hard enough so that you move them and then you can stand where they're standing.
That makes sense.
Yeah. I want you to move them and you end up where they are.
She listened. The coaches loved her. She got the best player for just being coachable. It's interesting. Halfway through the season, things started to click for her. And you would watch. I love to go watch her practice. You would watch boys. They'd get down and do some of the tackles. Pretty athletic. She could beat half of the boys on the team. She was just good. And you watch the boys.
I mean that should be about that.
Her, you know what I mean? And it was great to watch her doing it.
I mean that's about how it should be at that age.
Yeah.
I feel like any girl should be anywhere in all the boys. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, that was a good age. And then she didn't want to play the next year because they did go to full tackle, and I think that she's going to the 6th. This is going into the 5th. There was some big growth spurts for the boy. She's a peanut. My wife is 5'2".
Yeah.
5'10".
Yeah.
There's a point of she is just way smaller than everybody, but she did it. She enjoyed it, and she'll try pretty much everything.
Yeah. She will love roller derby if you give her the opportunity.
Oh yeah. I'm the I try everything.
Yeah.
Try everything.
Yep.
I don't care what it is. You want to do chess club? Let's do chess club. You want to do MMA? Let's do it. I don't care.
Yeah.
As long as you're doing something, you enjoy it.
Yeah.
You're getting something out of it.
Yep. And they are very they'll have equipment for them to try the first few practices, so it's not like you have to invest hundreds of dollars right away. So yeah.
I have to look it up.
Yeah. And actually look it up soon because I know Frostbite they go year round. But I don't know when their sessions start and end. So, yeah. It's called Frostbite.
They have 4 different. 7 to 9, and then they have 3 of them, 10 to 17, that are no contact, light contact, and full contact.
Right. There's different levels. But I believe they all practice together. And then they kind of just split them up into levels during the practice. And then so they can move pretty easily from one to the other when they're ready.
Okay.
That's how our regular adult training program is.
Sure.
Yeah. Fun.
That's interesting.
You can tell I really love it. It's fun to be able to talk about it.
I love this stuff.
I'm actually going to the World Champs, the Super Bowl of roller derby.
Yep.
It only happens every other year now since after COVID.
Okay.
It used to happen every year, and I've gone every year since 2013 since I knew about roller derby. But this year is the first year it's been in Europe. And so I just bought my ticket to go to, it's in Malmo, Sweden this year.
Okay.
And I'm going.
Nice.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. I mean, I just go as a fan, obviously. But yeah, I mean, it's my sport. Like, I'm not a fan of, I mean, I like other sports, but Derby is my sport. Like, yeah.
Do you still skate a lot, or what do you do outside of not being a competition anymore?
I go skate. I like skate down at Skateville. I don't know. It goes in waves. Like, I skated several times earlier this spring, and then I haven't been in the summer just because I've been doing other things.
Sure.
But like, I do Pilates regularly. That's kind of my main exercise, and then I just walk a ton with my dog.
You don't need the physical part of it anymore.
I miss it.
Yeah.
I mean, so I still like my roommate is a derby player and my best friend is a derby player. So like we're all retired now.
Yeah.
But every once in a while we will just kind of start hitting each other.
Yeah.
And because we need it.
I had like 2 older kids, are 27 and 25.
Okay.
I had them really young, and I got full custody when they were 1 and 2.5.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
And so I've always
Hold on. Do the math for me. 44, 27.
17 and 19.
Okay.
When they were born, and then 20.
Okay.
When I got full custody.
Okay. Wow.
But I love.
Congratulations on that.
Well,
I mean,
you do what you got to do.
Yeah.
Deals. No, just the aspect of raising. I was a kid, so I didn't get to do anything that people in their 20s do, right?
Yeah.
You know, I wasn't in softball leagues, I wasn't in bowling or dart league or anything. But that's when I started going to the gym and working out. And I like the gym now today. And like being in shape's a byproduct. I like the physicality of the gym. I walk at the gym for walks, but there's something about physical sports that even at my age I still enjoy. Like I like going to the gym and hurting when I come out. I don't know why. That's why I asked about the physical part. I don't, like I've done yoga, do Pilates, stuff like that. They do work me out, but I like the physicality of, I don't know necessarily the pain is the right word, but there's something to it that I like.
Yeah.
Physical activity where I enjoy being the sort, like I come home from the gym and I hurt, and I smile. I like it. Like I need to eat some good food because my body hurts.
I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna give you some feedback on that. I'm gonna tell you, if you're not in therapy, go to therapy. If you're not in therapy, I can tell.
Actually, I go to therapy with my wife.
Okay, with your wife.
Yeah.
Go by yourself.
I go to a single one for probably the last 2 years.
Okay, keep on going. When it gets hard, keep on going. And so I'm 48, almost 49.
Yep.
And I've found that I don't need that feeling as much as I get older.
Yeah.
Like, I just went paddleboarding for the first time this summer, and I was so sore after that.
Yeah.
That I'm like, I mean, it felt good, but I'm like, okay, I need to, like, I shouldn't have gone, like, all day hardcore. Like, I should have eased myself in. You know what I mean? I don't enjoy being barely able to walk down the stairs 2 days later.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I wouldn't say I work out that hard, right? I don't know.
Right.
I
completely understand.
I like the physical activity. Like I've thought about, where I've liked yoga and do yoga, and I still do it intermittently. I'll take classes and stuff like that.
Oh, I completely understand when I was playing derby.
Yeah.
Feeling the memories of the derby bout 2 days later was definitely part of the joy.
Yeah.
Yeah. A big part of it. For sure.
For some reason I don't feel like I don't know, there's a part of doing a physical activity when I don't feel the byproduct of physical activity. I don't know, it just feels like I'm working my body.
No, I think that's fair. I think it's good that you recognize that. You know what you like.
Well, it's also, it's interesting when you talk about therapy and counseling. They talk about the people that get into the arts and that kind of stuff. And it's interesting, like I've never worked. I don't eat a specific diet.
Mm-hmm.
I just work out. That is like I put my earbuds in, 2 hours. I sit in the sauna. I take a cold shower when I have time for that stuff. But that's kind of like my lifting weights is not. It's not like I have to force myself to go do that. That's my time to get away and do that stuff. not listen. You know what I mean? I can do it.
I
at
do
noon,
know
I
what
can do it at 8
dissociation
o'clock at
is.
night, kind of just. It's my quiet time. It's thoughtless work for me. I
Yes.
don't look at going to the gym as work.
I do know what
You know,
you're talking about.
it's I love it.
Yeah.
I feel better.
Yeah.
Everything feels better.
I want to say, so I was married really young and had my kids and didn't have a social life
Yeah.
until my, I want to say mid-30s. And really, I mean, my divorce was just finalized 2 months ago almost.
Okay.
I was very isolated. I was in a bad marriage.
Sure.
So I relate to what you're saying about your raising your kids really young. I was up on the Iron Range. Felt like I didn't get I definitely didn't get the 20s experience that everybody else got. Yeah. I did it in my mid-30s up there, and I'm kind of doing it a little bit now too, in a different way. But yeah, but everybody has different paths in life, you know? Yeah.
Life is happening around you, not to you, right?
No, like we're living our life. We're the protagonists of our lives. Hopefully we're doing life our own way.
Right.
You know? Yeah.
It's one of the ultimate decisions up to you. What affects you, bothers you, disturbs you, offends you, what makes you mad, actions, whatever that is in life. It's a byproduct of yourself, right? Like you literally get to live your own world.
Yeah, you get to decide if something's gonna bother you,
100%.
make you happy. Yes. I just had therapy this morning, so that is always helpful. And my therapist had assigned me to like do grief meditations.
Okay.
And I told her that one of the things that came up was this idea of like, for the past probably 2 years, I've been like driving and walking by really nice yards and gardens and getting angry and jealous because like when I was married, I had time and land to garden. I like gardening. I like having flowers. And literally the winter before I moved out of my house, I put like 750 bulbs in my front yard. Yeah. And like I had all these like angry feelings about other people's gardens and like that I don't have that right now.
Yeah.
And so it was amazing how when I did like this, just like thought about the grieving of that, how I'm like now it's like, okay, yeah, no, I had that. When I had time for it, I did it. But now I'm in a different phase of my life. And now I'm like, I'm traveling. I'm doing other things. Even if I did have, technically I live in a house where I could garden. Yeah. And I'm not. You know? I'm choosing not to. So, obviously, I don't care about it that much.
Isn't that funny? Like, you care about it, you do, but you really don't.
Right.
Because, like, if you did, you would do it.
Exactly.
That's, like, a simple fact where, like, if you care about anything, you'll do that.
Right.
And you may fail, and you may have to do it multiple times, right? But you'll do it. That's a really firm reality. That's not grasp.
And now I can, like, just walk and drive by other people's pretty yards and just appreciate them and not have any, like, jealousy or anger surrounding it and just be like, oh, that's their yard. Yeah. That's what they're doing. And, yeah, it takes a lot of time to maintain that. And I'm happy I'm not doing that this year.
2 years ago, not because I had to, because I wanted to. So I've been sober almost coming up on 2 years. Thank you. But one of the things that I think comes out of that, or came out of it the most for me, and I think is what's probably been the foundation bedrock of living life is that, number one, realizing, look, the world is just what you interpret it as. The things you get mad about are normally a byproduct of my own, whatever that is, my own thing. It's not anybody else intentionally doing it. And the second piece that comes with that is that truly appreciating vacations are cool. And I love my wife and I. We don't have a cabin. We don't have a lot of stuff, but we like to travel. And we travel with our kids, and that's cool. But taking a step back in life and just appreciating what you have and where you're at in life and stuff like that, is a major aspect of. And I find myself, we were up at some friends' cabins the other weekend, and there's two couples. We're friends, we're colleagues of my wife. We're sitting there, and we're sitting on the pontoon, relaxed on the lake, and Keith looks at me, he's like, quiet, buddy. All right? And I was like, you know what, Keith? I just fucking appreciate this moment, man. It's Friday afternoon.
Having gratitude.
We have some great friends around us, and I don't have to make a show. You know what I mean? Like, I just am enjoying the moment.
Absolutely.
For me personally, I didn't.
Do you watch Dan Huberman on YouTube?
Yep. Yeah. Not often, but yes, I know of.
I don't watch him that much, but one of the ones I really got so much out of was he had some dude on that was like, the people that are the happiest are the ones that have the most agency and practice the most gratitude.
Yeah.
And when I saw that, I was like, okay, well, I'm good doing that. I was like, I don't have agency in my relationship. I'm going outside of this relationship to get it then.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna be grateful for everything I possibly am grateful for. And now I'm so much happier because I practice agency wherever I can, and I am grateful as much as I possibly can be.
I think it helped me probably release a lot of, gratitude replaces resentment, right?
Yes.
And
whatever you focus on gets bigger. Yeah.
And it's amazing how to work harder on not being as resentful never worked. But when you just started working on being more grateful, you lost the resentment because you appreciate it. You start to wipe away the resentment from this thing. You brought up the gardening. I'm the same. I live in a cul-de-sac, right? Most of my neighbors, they're watering their lawns twice a day. You'll see when you pull in. I got brown spots. But it's like, spend a lot of time with my family.
Yeah.
My wife and I both work. We're both busy. Our girls are in activities. And I pay a guy to come mow my lawn.
Heck yeah.
And I just don't, you know what? I don't care enough. Look, I don't have cars parked in my driveway, right?
Right.
But my lawn is not as pristine as neighbors.
And you know what? A driveway is fine if there are cars parked in it.
Right. But I mean, it's like, it's just, but when you're not, resentment probably ties into keeping up with the Joneses to a certain extent.
Right, yeah.
And when you want to keep up with the Joneses because you're not satisfied and content with who you are and what you have, that leads to you wanting others, all that stuff.
Yeah.
But it is interesting when that type of stuff doesn't bother you as much, and I think you get to find yourself in a different place in life. You can determine what you do with it, but for me, it's helped out tremendously. Just being, I always go into we had a counseling session last week, and our counselor brought up something. I go, I'm not arguing the best of the scenario. I said, but what I'm saying is, ultimately, if we want to get past this object A, we can talk about all these things, but if we were on a deserted island and we had to rely on each other to survive, would we be thinking about object A right now? And it's just that point of like, how much time do you want to invest in arguing about something or being mad about something in the grand scheme of what you have? Outside, if you have a personal moment, there's levels of it, right? But
if your wife brought it up, it's important.
No, it was something for me, actually.
Okay.
It was something I brought up, and it went through.
Okay.
But we've gotten to the point where we've worked through, we've been together 18 years.
Yeah.
We got together when my older kids were 10. 8 and 10. So we've gotten through a lot of the stages of life. Yeah. But it's just quelling. I mean, I'm probably at a point, and I'm 6 years older than her. The guys are much more analytical. We're logic, emotion, and we think about things different. But there's things where we just don't. Like, there's things that she'll want to argue about that I don't. And there's things that I'll want to argue about and she doesn't. And it's just getting through those stupid ones of it just. But I'm probably at one of the most content places in my life.
Good.
From an understanding of this.
I hope she is too.
I think we're doing pretty well.
Okay.
I think we're doing pretty well. We have a pretty solid thing. But I think.
Are you guys doing the Gottman method?
I don't know what that is.
Okay, then you're not.
No, you know what? We go to what do they call it? A psychologist, whatever. And so our sessions are really based on self-development, self-awareness, and self-accountability. So you can go into a session, talk very openly, go to a session, talk very openly, and at the end, the goal is always to what was missed on my own self-accountability, to have stopped or mediated or whatever the situation was. So we don't get
not a lot of pointing at each other.
Our stuff is really based on, because at a certain point, I think most situations, the reason you can sit and argue is because you can find faults in the timeline continuously in a relationship. You go back to this.
Look, I was married for 25 years.
Yeah.
I get it.
Yeah.
I know. I've been there. How long have y'all been going to counseling?
I've been on a continuous stretch for probably the last 3 years.
That's really good. So, I think the fact that you're both sticking with it is a good sign.
Counseling's not, I don't think, this is probably against what many people think or say. I don't think counseling is hard, and I don't think life is hard. Because if you take in your own personal accountability, you decide where you're at in every aspect of your life and what situation you want to stay in, and how you want to handle it, and what you want to do. And every decision comes down to you just making a decision, left or right, and then if left didn't happen the right way, well then you got to turn back around, or you're off to another direction. And I think, for me personally, it just helps the aspect of, you know what, you can go an hour away from here and find somebody living in poverty. You can go 4 hours away on a flight and see somebody living in Mexico in a shack that's built in the middle of the desert. And they have nothing.
Okay, hold on. I have a question for you. What's your sign?
Virgo.
Oh, fuck! Me too!
Really?
Hilarious. Okay.
September 17th.
Okay, I'm August 24th, so other side of it, but anyway. Okay, also, we only have 2 minutes left, so I also have questions about your recovery.
Go for it.
Because I'm also in recovery, but not totally sober. I was sober until age 32. I didn't start drinking until age 32.
Okay.
Do you, are you in a, AA type program? Or what? I'm asking, specifically. Or
you want to take another trip back to Minneapolis and then come back?
No. Or is it internal family systems? Have you heard of that?
No. So I went to treatment.
What does that mean?
I went to Hazel for 28 days.
Gotcha. Know that.
Theory behind 28 days is it takes you 28 days to build a new habit, 31 to release a habit, right? That's just the theory behind it. Right around
okay.
That's why I swayed it. And then they do, there's outpatient stuff if you want in St. Paul or wherever, and then there are AA programs. So I've done all of those.
Okay.
And I think I found, Emily, the best thing I ever did, and I did this, I grew up in a very underprivileged.
Can I see that piece of paper? I'm going to write down the name of a book that really helped me.
Sure.
That might help you as you continue on.
No, that would be great. But I have it in my family, and there's a lot of stuff into it.
Same.
And what I found is the same way I was able to succeed in life wasn't because I got to go to college and got an MBA. I had to meet great people. And one of the key aspects I found in that life was that I found people who I wanted to maybe be like as I changed my life. So when I got out of treatment, and this is just personal, so some people may find it, I didn't want to be the person who was an AA person every day, 5 days a week, my whole life. And I didn't want to be the person, I said this in treatment, I said, I don't want to be the guy who you find religion and then you're preaching on the soapbox on the street corner. I don't want to be that guy.
Yeah.
And so what I've done is I've found business contacts and people in my life that some of them, I still go out and, my wife still drinks.
Uh-huh.
And I'm around friends and I don't do this because of this.
Yeah.
But I just tried the same way I found my way to get into work and business career. I just found those kind of people who were in the same situation as me, where I wanted to go in life. And so I could see different patterns.
Everybody has different.
You do.
Yeah.
And I think one of the aspects is you're the average of your 5 closest friends. And that's just a psychology thing. But when you look at your 5 closest friends and your 5 closest are to your same things. And it's a very tough thing because I found I haven't lost friends, but I find there's a lot of people I don't hang out with anymore because they don't have the same ambitions.
Yeah.
And you've got to be okay with that loss.
Yes.
And that is,
big time.
At the end of the day, really deep, it's not necessarily a loss. It just wasn't meant to be.
No, it's a different phase of life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Really nice talking with you.
Have a good afternoon.
Yeah, thank you. You too.
Ride.
Yep.